time to go around the entire NFL and dip into some gridiron gravy.
Dip it and sip it.
What do you like better? Mike McCarthy he's scheduled an interview to be the Giants head coach for next week, or Jason Garrett is going to interview for the Titans head coaching job on Friday.
Jason Garrett gets the job.
Whoa!
And the Titans go 8-1.
Okay. Will that be better than the Cowboys record?
No. I think the Cowboys are going to be better.
Okay. Good. I like it.
8-1 though is like that's as Jason Garrett as it gets.
Yeah, that's true. Now, we played that clip. We discussed it. Unfortunately for Mike McCarthy, John Harbaugh is now the favorite to be the Giants head coach, but he is out as the Ravens head coach.
Were you shocked yesterday when the news came down?
Not at all.
I was shocked at the timing just shocked me, I guess.
Yeah. Have you seen the graphic where it says right down the middle of the uprights, Tomlin gets fired, and then to the right and to the left of the uprights, Harbaugh gets fired?
Yeah,
maybe, I don't know.
You would ask. I think the only thing I missed was the San Francisco game.
Okay.
I said San Francisco would win. I was right about the Panthers. I was right about pretty much everything else that you asked me over the weekend.
Fancy.
And then you asked about Harbaugh and Tomlin. And you said, which one? I said, I think Harbaugh over Tomlin. You agreed. And now at a point where I'm like, hold on, Tomlin still could. Timing-wise.
Do you think if they would have to just get blown out?
They won't get blown out. I wonder if it's like, okay, you've had your time, kind of like this. I don't like being mediocre to sub to above mediocre. We want to be great again. And I just don't know that that's necessarily the case. But with Harbaugh, it was time. We discussed that. And I was just kind of surprised at the timing. It just felt, after all these other coaches, now we will with him. But it seemed like they were having conversations about his coaching staff, and that really lent itself to, all right, we're moving on from you.
Now, the Lions went ahead and fired their offensive coordinator yesterday as well. Let's move over to the Bengals, where Camp Taylor-Britt will spend 5 days in jail for a driving incident. And man, if you go back and look at some of the transcript from this sentencing phase, the judge told Taylor-Britt it's a gift. 5 days instead of 30 days. Because the thought was, pay a fine, get some probation, all of that. But he could have been sentenced up to 30 days. So the judge said, you got to do them now. It'll be over soon enough, because they were looking to delay the jail time and everything. So, man, it sounds like if that person ends up in that judge's court again in Ohio, that is going to be problematic. But for now, Cam Taylor-Britt, 5 days in jail.
How many days do you think you can make it?
Oh, not long.
Do you think you'd be a snack in jail, or you think that you'd figure out a way to run one of the groups?
No.
877-881-1053. How would Kevin handle jail? This isn't prison.
Yeah.
This is just jail.
Oh, okay. Because in prison, I feel like I get stabbed pretty quick.
Okay. Because you have a smart mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. In jail, I'll think about it. All right. Should you pay your quarterback? Now, this is probably not fair just to focus in on this, but I think it's interesting nonetheless. The top 10 paid quarterbacks in the NFL, 5 made the playoffs and 5 did not. Josh Allen makes it, so does Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, and Justin Herbert, but did not make it Dak, Joe Burrow, Tua, Jared Goff, and Lamar Jackson. Although, interestingly enough, average quarterback salary for the quarterbacks who did make the playoffs, $32.5 million. Average for those that did not, $30.5 million.
Oh, so the ones that aren't paid as well.
It's not as shockingly different as you might think.
I'm kind of fascinated by because the Cowboys are still always in that weird position. You've been very adamant. You have to break it down completely in order to benefit from the quarterback situation.
Sure.
I've always wanted to see a team say, we're going to draft quarterbacks, give them the quarterback the contract of their rookie contract, and then if they haven't won by then, we'll move on. I've wanted to see it. I really have. I think it would be interesting to see how that plays out, how it works. I understand that it takes time to learn the position at the NFL level sometimes too. But how that affects your then team building around that is an interesting question too, because are you keeping all those other guys that you know are good linebackers and good wide receivers and linemen, and you're just replacing a quarterback and saying, now go in that room and be a leader?
Yeah.
And does that work? I would love to see a team do that, but I think you still pay your quarterbacks, Kevin, because it is a business still. You're still relying on the love that people have for players just as much as you are the wins that go along with it.
Not to get too bogged down in this, but let's say the 5 that missed the playoffs: Dak, Burrow, Tua, Goff, and Lamar Jackson. Do you think only the Dolphins regret paying?
Yeah, probably so.
Okay. All right. NFL ratings are up 10% year over year. Now, was that a natural increase in the popularity of the NFL, or was that a byproduct of, we talked about the discussions they had with the Nielsen Corporation at the beginning of the season to get what they felt was a quote-unquote more accurate view of their ratings?
And didn't we kind of get a suggestion from the guy that's in charge
of the VP of that?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I mean, that absolutely was something that we were looking at. That was, I also think that kind of delivering on some of these other streaming options has been a unique perspective too.
Absolutely,
because it's just some people don't have certain things, and they only have Netflix or whatever, and I think that those have been pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's up 10% year over year. I'll be interested to see what happens next year with a new system still in place. But 18.7 million viewers per average NFL game. Now that goes across all slots, including streaming services and everything like that. That is the highest number of average fans since 1989. So congratulations to the NFL for that. And then one more thing for you. If you're thinking the NFC West is going to get it done this year in the playoffs, think again. This year's NFC West is the 5th division since the merger to have 3 different teams that won at least 11 games. None of the previous 4 divisions produced the Super Bowl winner.
Oh, really?
So history says just because your division was top-heavy and badass does not necessarily mean, in fact, it doesn't mean you're going to win the Super Bowl.
Means you were playing against a bunch of chumps on your schedule.
I mean, I'm not going to say that for sure. Maybe they made it to the Super Bowl and lost, but just keep that in mind.
Think about the chump option, though, Kevin.
Okay, I will always think.
There are a bunch of chumps out there. Trust
about
me.
The chump options. Yes, I get that. Oh man, from this 806, Kevin's got the same chance of making it in jail as the Cowboys have of getting Flores.
Well,
0.
I don't think the Cowboys have a real chance of getting Flores.
Yeah, they said 0.
But
I've got a better chance of making it in jail.
4-3-2, his clever jokes and he's clever and hilarious jokes. He'll make it just fine. I don't know about the jokes part. He's automatically the smartest resident in jail with his size and brains. He would be king of the jail.